downtown. It's already full. Downtown for the kids. It's Friday. Oh yeah, I think basketball, this stuff, and that stuff is back in town.
Yeah.
That's probably why. Yeah. Yo, RC, what's up, man? Uh, I'm on the phone. What's up, RC? How you doing, man? I know I'm using my other phone, so it's gonna be kind of choppy. Y'all bear with me. Bear with me. I'm on my other phone. Appreciate you, man, for being in the building. What's this? Living, earning, staying out the way, drama. Smoke, that's for the birds. Bless. Man, you said a lot right there, man. That's that's a goal. You know, stay out the way of everything. Everything that don't involve, uh, productivity, I should say. Everything that don't involve productivity, man, just stay away from it, Just stay away from it. I feel you a lot, man. What I learned is like, your friends ain't gonna be there for you, man. I learned that. Your so-called friends, when you're in a bind, they ain't gonna be there for you. They ain't gonna be there for you. So-called friends and stuff. Appreciate y'all for hitting the like button. Really do appreciate y'all. You know, bear with me if the stream is kind of fuzzy. Bear with me, y'all. It is what it is, man. As you get older, man, that's when the heartbreak really sets in on life. Uh, Camper man, what's up? I told you, bear with me. You know what I'm saying? We headed somewhere right now, moving out. Let me get you out of this channel. Bye. Get you out of here. Yeah, justice for Nipsey, right? Definitely. Big U, you know, Big U had something to do with that. You got to get a green light. You don't do nothing without okay, especially something like that. He has to okay that. So, did Big U okay the hit for Nipsey Hussle? Of course he did. Of course, Big U okayed that Nipsey Hussle situation. You can't do nothing without, authorization. That's how it's always been. You need authorization to do anything, to even breathe, to even make money. You need authorization for that. So for people acting like Big U didn't know, that's false. 100% false. Now, when you go back to the whole situation, the minute Nipsey died, right? Big U went on the live stream and he was joking about his death and everything. I thought that was the homie. How you gonna joke about somebody's death on live stream? Pay attention to what's going on, man. It's a wild life in that. It's a wild life in that life. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Everything you said, RC, is what happened to Nipsey. The jealousy. It's a whole lot of jealousy, man. They said Nipsey was bigger than the program. That's what they said. Nipsey thought he was bigger than the program. That's why they have to get rid of him. So, it's not worth it to even indulge in that lifestyle. It's not worth it to indulge in that lifestyle. At the end of the day, it's all treacherous. You can't trust nobody. So I just stayed. I just focus on me. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate tap in for a few with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Trying to show y'all, it's loyal to the soil, man. Yeah, he's getting bigger and bigger. He had He had the blueprint. Like I said, people got jealous of him. They got jealous of him. They got jealous, bro. Plus he outgrew them. He outgrew them, bro. Like, he outgrew them. Like, he's a multi-millionaire. What is you doing rubbing shoulders with, hoodlums? That's why I never understood that. Why is you still with the hoodlums that don't have your best interest? Don't got your best interest. You want to come back to the neighborhood and hang out? Hey, you leave that in your rearview mirror. You don't look back. That's what, got them caught up. You hanging out where people have access to you. You don't want nobody have access to you that don't deserve access to you. Anybody could come up to you and touch you and no. I'm too famous for hanging out in the neighborhood. Too famous for that. Nipsey was too famous for hanging out and being too accessible. That's what, that's his mistake. He was too accessible to the people. You gotta love them from a distance. You're too accessible, you know, it's gonna cause issues, man. Too accessible causes issues. Like even what's his name? Keefe D. Keefe D. Big U. These guys in their 50s. Now you wanna, you know, 50s. These guys in their 50s, y'all. Now look what their life took them to. The end of their story. Keefe D. Big U. That's the end of their story. Now you can learn from it. You can just follow them and be right where they at. You seen Daz going in on Suge? Nah, what the Daz Dillinger. Yeah. Keefe D said he's tired of being in there. Man, at that age, I don't blame him. That's when you want to retire. I'm pretty sure you got grandkids. You want to spend time with your grandkids and come on, man. It wasn't thinking ahead. There's no statute of limitation for murder. It could be 20 years later. They're gonna come get you. Simple as that. No statute of limitation when you kill somebody. That's what he didn't understand. 20 some years later, they come and get you in your old age. You gotta pay. You gotta be punished. It just so happened that you in your 60s, your 50s, that's when you get your punishment. So I understand why he say he's tired of it, but hey, it's consequences that comes with actions, y'all. That's the lesson. It's consequences in your actions. Consequences in your actions. Whoever hear the sound of my voice on this YouTube, this live stream, it's consequences for your actions, man. I hope the kids are paying attention, man, to the K Flocks who just got life in prison and he's 21 years old. It's consequences, man. It's consequences. Kids, pay attention to what I'm telling y'all. They wasn't thinking ahead. Now they gotta pay for it. Can't cry about it. It's your decisions you made. You know, Keefe D can't cry. He ain't gonna cry. He just understood, like, oh man, I made some bad decisions in my life that came back to get me 20 some years later. Can't cry about it. Can't cry about it. You knew the decisions you made. You knew. You thought you got away with it. But you didn't. You had 20 some years of freedom. Now you got to pay the price. You got to pay the price. That's all that is. You went on the internet You said you did this. You said you was the guy that did it. Okay, now be the guy to get punished. That's how it goes, man. It's not black and white. It's not hard. Make better decisions in life. Make better decisions. Okay, you're done, bro. Like, yeah, that life is a trick. The kids are tricked. The kids look at the YouTubes and the IGs and the TikToks and they're tricked. It's a trick, man. That's why I'm here to at least wake y'all up. Be the alarm clock. I'm not gonna steer y'all wrong. I never do. It's a trick, man. Just go to school, get educated, learn something. Learn. That's what I pride myself on. Now look at K Flock. He had all the money, but he was young, ignorant, 21, with a life sentence. You're 21, you ain't even begin life yet. And you have a life in prison. And you didn't even begin life yet. Come on, man. 10 years later, when he's 31, it's gonna hit him. It's not gonna hit him now. He's still young. 10 years later, when you're still in there, you're 31 now. He ain't even got kids. He ain't even make. Oh man. Yeah, Keefe D was on Vlad bragging about this. Yes, he was. I seen it. Yes. Yep. Yep. Now own it. That's right. RC, you hit the nail on the head, RC. You dropping it heavy in the chat. They're gonna watch this back later, and I hope the lessons was learned. But I'ma holler at y'all, man. I gotta go take care of my business. You know what I'm saying? Family first, man. Y'all see the title. We in the city. Going to the eye appointment with Mama Love. Family first. I don't care about nothing else. No money. No none of that crap. It's gonna come anyway. Family first. Take care of the people who took care of you. And that's how we carry it. I never steer y'all wrong. I never do. I tell y'all, get it educated, stay out of trouble. And that's what I do on my platform. My platform is to educate and not steer y'all wrong. It's a million other platforms that's full of negative stuff. Over here, you get the breath of fresh air. RC, appreciate you for tapping in. Everybody else, man, y'all have a blessed day, man. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace and love.